Hi, my name is Veronica and welcome to my YouTube channel. On this channel I make videos related to home and motherhood. If you like this type of content, please subscribe and stick around. Today's video is how to limit dog hair in your house. If you have shedding dogs, what can you do to limit the amount of hair that flies everywhere from your furry friends? So let's get into this video. So first of all, determine the type of coat your dog has, because we all have different coats. I have two golden doodles, which means they are half poodle and half golden retriever. And to determine their coat, I just had to do some investigation to check their coat to see whether they have 2 or 3 undercoats or maybe 1. And what I have is this guy Hunter here. He's got 1 undercoat and she got 2 or 3 undercoats. The amount of undercoats will determine how much you're gonna shed and how much attention you must pay to their coats. Once you have determined their coats, try to understand when do they shed. Most dogs don't shed throughout the entire year. They actually shed maybe 6 months out of the year and then they don't shed so much. So once you catch that shedding season, then it's much easier to understand how much care they need and when. So back to my dogs, they both shed throughout the spring season, starting sometimes middle of winter and into the spring. And then they stop and don't shed at all throughout the entire summer. You want to cut their hair during the shedding season, but you want to leave the fur growing during non-shedding season, which will actually eliminate any extra hairs that comes out despite it's not being a shedding season. I have a whole video that I show you how I cut my dog's hair at home, and I'll just link it down below if you want to take a look. Another important thing is to understand how to care for their coat during non-shedding season. Really, you should leave it alone. I know it's very tempting to wash them as often as possible because shampooed dogs smell so much better than non-shampooed ones, but for the health of their coat and for the sake of your house, it's better not to wash them too often. You see, when the hair is left alone, it sheds a lot less because not only it gets caught in the fur, but also the quality of their skin. I think it permits the hair follicle not to fall out too much. So my pro tip is wash them only if it's absolutely necessary, when they ran into poo or something of that nature that the coat really does need a wash. During shedding season, not only it's important to cut their hair so that the hair remains short and it's easier to remove any of the extra hair falling out, but also using a furminator or fur removing brushes. There are many types of fur removing brushes. Find which one works for you. I like this metal ones and it really does tease out all the shedding undercoat, and I use it quite often during the shedding season. Another way to keep the hair away from your family is using a dry mop. It's very easy to remove hair from the flooring using dry mop. It just kind of collects it so much quicker than the vacuum cleaner, and then you can vacuum clean with dry mop after you're done. Another great way to eliminate dog's hair from your house is using throw blankets and putting them where the dogs usually rest, whether it's the doggy bed or it's your bed if they go into your bed, or the couch. And then all the hair would be left on this blanket and you can just toss it in a washing machine at the end of the day and be done with it. I've also been loving having washable rugs, such as the front door rug where the dogs usually hang out. And again, I'll throw it in a washing machine and the hair would all disappear and less hair for me to collect. Some people find that vacuum cleaning their dog directly with a vacuum cleaner is very helpful as it eliminates the hair from the source itself. I haven't been doing it so much. I find that cutting their hair, using Furminator, and just generally trying to use dry mop more often is what helps me the most. Last but not least, if your dog is a super shedder and you find it extremely hard to keep up with the hair, then having an isolated place in your house, such as maybe the downstairs of the house, and keeping the dog there, not letting her go, let's say, upstairs where people often have carpeted areas, during the shedding months can be an answer to your troubles, since it's much easier to clean hair if it's in isolated place as opposed to all over the house. On the same note, if you do decide to do an isolated doggy shedding area, then make sure that you change shoes between the shedding and non-shedding area so that you don't carry the hair on the soles of your shoes where you don't want it to go. Alright, this concludes my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more home-related videos and inspirations. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!